Alright guys, we've made it over to my desk now. I am back from my holiday and I'm going to show you the process I take on editing the photos within Lightroom and Photoshop if it needs it. So, first things first, I've transferred all my photos off my SD card onto my SSD. So now I'm going to plug my SSD in. Alright, so we're going to head over to where my SSD is so I can find my photos. So as you guys will see here, I've got Hawaii 2020. And I've got the bunch of photos I did take. So, all my photos are there now, so I'm going to head over to Lightroom now. I do have Lightroom CC and just normal Lightroom Classic. So, I'm going to use Lightroom Classics. I do prefer that. But if you do have Lightroom CC, you can actually link that up with the iPad. So, I'm going to do an edit on the iPad as well. I'm going to show one edit on the computer and one edit on the iPad just so you guys get an idea. So, first of all, let's open Lightroom Classic on my computer. Alright guys, so once you've opened Lightroom, click on import and then go to where your photos actually are. So I'm going to find my photos. Now I don't want to do all my photos, I'm going to do a few of them. So let's find some ones that I think are going to look good. Alright guys, I've imported a couple of the photos that I liked. Now I've actually gone through these before just so you know. So I've already imported a few before, but these are the two I'm going to work with today. So normally if I'm going to import photos from a shoot, I'm going to import all of my photos and I can go through them properly. So don't do it like I've just done it here because I didn't want to import all my photos again. But here are the two photos I'm going to work with. So the first things first, I'm going to head on to develop here on my first photo. And what I like to do the first thing is, I like to do is just click on auto here. And this is just going to give me a basic starting point of what the photo I'm aiming to get. So this just brightens everything up, pretty much gets everything ready for me to start tweaking myself. So I'm also, again, after that, I'm going to crop anything I need to crop. So I want to bring this in a little bit, not too much. I want to recenter that. I want something like that. A bit more there, bang. So that's that. So I've cropped that, and also probably should have done that there. Let's just straighten it. I'll put auto straighten on there. Yep, that looks fine to me. So the first things first, I want to start playing around with a bit of the exposure, contrast, and all that kind of stuff. Highlights. So I don't want it too bright, but I don't want it too dark. And the contrast, there you go. You can see in the foreground, it's bringing that out as well. Play around a bit with this, and you just want to tweak it to whatever kind of style you're looking for. So I don't really have a specific style for this one, but I just want to get just a reasonable photo that looks nice all around. Next thing, you can change your texture, clarity, and dehaze. I'm not going to touch any of that. I don't need to do that on this photo. Saturation, you can increase that a bit, and your vibrance to pop a bit more of the colors there. As you guys can see in the sky there, we've got the orange, a bit white, and then we've got the blues. Now, a lot of the times when you start messing around with the colors, you can bring more colors out. Definitely if you shot it in RAW, which I have, a lot of the colors from the sky will start to pop more. So you can keep playing around with that. But what I like to do is, once I've done my basic edits there, unless I want to keep just a basic edited photo, I'm going to chuck on a preset. Alright guys, so I've just been going through the photo quickly, and I honestly wasn't liking the look of it. So if I can take that preset off, that wasn't that exposed. The exposure's gone up. It was similar to that, and it wasn't anything I really... Like, it's nice, but it's nothing great. So I've chucked the sunbathe preset on there, and it's just quietened down a lot of the colors. Should I say not the colors? A lot of the exposure. So from here now, I can start to mess with what I need to mess with. And I want it a bit brighter. Alright guys, so here's one of the photos. As you guys will see, I tweaked it a bit, not too much. I'll do my fast forwarded edited version of what I've done. But there's not too much done. There's a few tweaks there. I've chucked on a preset as well. Here's the before and after, as you guys can see on screen there. Bit of a difference. Nothing too dramatic, but it's just brought a lot of these shadows, highlights through. Exposure's been lifted, all that kind of stuff. A few of the colors popping more, saturation, vibrance, that kind of stuff. But nothing over the top, I think. Now, if I got a photo 2, I think it's just me sitting on a rock. Yep. Now, this one I did have fun with. I think I've already edited one before like this. Okay, so this is the photo I imported, one of the photos I've imported before I was going to work on. But I did remember that I've actually edited this. Now, it took me about an hour or two to do it. Now, I'm not going to show you the process because this was a while ago. But just to show you a finished product after putting into Photoshop, Lightroom a few times over, that you can get something like that. So I can't show you the original. I don't think it'll let me show you. Alright guys, here's the original. So again, it's a normal photo, nothing too out of the blue. And then I've edited it to that. So I've increased my whites on my top, brought a lot of the colors out. You can see the purple in the sky has been brought out a lot. And overall, it's just an increase in just color popping from this photo. A lot different to the original one, I think, in terms of color wise. But again, this took me quite a bit of time just to edit everything, get the colors right. So that's another photo there. Let me try and show you a couple more. Here's another photo I did take. As you guys can see there, see if I can get the original back. There's the original. So just a pretty basic photo, very blue, not very warm photo at all. Again, I think this was a couple seconds. This wasn't a big long exposure. This was a couple seconds open the shutter, and this guy had actually just walked in front of my photo, and I thought he was going to ruin it, but he stood there very still, and I got to take a nice photo like that. So I think that's come out very, very well. Again, I haven't done much to it. If I go over to the edit list over here, if I can find it, it should give me the breakdown of everything I've done to it. So I've changed a few things, as you guys can see through here. There's actually quite a bit. I didn't realize it was that much. But there's a few things changed. So I think that photo's come out very nice. I think another one's here as well. This one's just a bit darker, a bit more eerie kind of feeling. Again, the original is very cold, and this one's a bit brightened up and warm. Another few photos I did take. This one here, which quite like this photo, I think. Very nice. The original one, again, very cold. I've already these photos a lot of, just from settings in my camera, I'm trying to take them as lifelike, as real as possible, instead of adding any presets to my cameras and all that kind of stuff. I like to do all that in post. So as you guys can see, just a normal stock photo. Sun's coming up, and you guys can just boost the colors, especially through RAW. As you guys will see now with the before photo, you can see just above the mountain over here in the background that there is orange coming through, and you guys can tell from to the right of that as well, there's a lot of orange coming through. So with a RAW photo, you can pull more of that detail out and increase the orange contrast. Now there's I think there's a few filters on there, but again, it is come out a lot better than what it was. So I got 2 grad filters on there, one there and one there, and even turning these filters off, you guys will see a difference. So if I turn that, as you guys can see, that's just turning the filters off. And increasing the filters, you can just extend the sky out, make it look a bit more uniform. So you can even have both of them, because obviously the sun was coming up from the left, so it's more bright on the left than it is on the right, because the right was still nightish. But again, you can just throwing that in changes the whole photo altogether. We have the photo open here in Lightroom. I'm just going to increase my brightness there, and we're going to give you a quick brief work down in Lightroom. Now, I haven't honestly used the Lightroom app on the iPad very much. So I'm a bit newish to this because I normally use the classic one on my computer. Alright guys, so even something like that will work perfectly fine. I really, really like this. You can change your profile as well, which I'm not going to change. It's left it on Adobe standard, but you can change it to something else. Again, if I change it to landscape, you can see how much more orange comes through there. Adobe color, but I'm going to leave it on standard as I had it. But again, that's the finished photo there. I really, really do like it. That was a quick edit through the iPad, nothing extreme. There's the before, and there's the after. Perfect, as simple as that. Alright guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to smash the thumbs up button. I had a lot of fun making this tutorial video, something different. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below, and let me know your opinions on the photos. If you guys want to see more of my photos, check out my Instagram. I'll leave it linked in the description down below. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in another video.